Hey guys, it's Moody here, and last night I decided to have a stream, and now I do it through YouTube because I actually tried to stream before that, and it was through Twitch TV, but for some reason, when I tried to do it that, the comments box didn't want to load, so I think I switched to streaming over YouTube as default. I don't think it's too bad, especially since, it saves the whole stream, and I guess it exports it as a video afterwards, so I thought that was kind of cool. So I was able to have at least one little cup battle, and in this one, first of all, I wasn't paying attention much to team preview, but from what I can tell now, I probably would have thought around that like lead with bronzer just to set up, or possibly Mienfu if it would have been scarfed, I guess, just because that's kind of what I do, but, it was not really too, what would you say, man, I forgot the word, too challenging, I guess, or, it's not a really, really serious battle. I just got the Pokemon that I had in my party at the time. I didn't really bother switching anything up too much, so I guess that's alright. So, as usual, I lead off with my Mienfu. He leads off with Murkrow, so I know he's going to want to switch out, fearing, first of all, what do you call it? Stone Edge. So, I figured I'd at least U-turn out, just because I don't want to, like, leave myself locked into a Stone Edge, because I'm scarfed, so I figured U-turn's a good option, because he's probably going to switch. I can bring out a counter, and I realize I don't have any Pokemon with fire type attack, so oops, until later on in the match, in which I realized that Ghastly has Hidden Power Fire, but I guess that's irrelevant right now. So I decided to go for a Hydro Pump because stab, and so I saw it would be a 3-hit KO, so I figured I'll go for it again. I'll see what Porygon 2 does, and then I'll plan accordingly, just because I didn't want to switch in like Mienfu, for instance, and possibly come in on like a status move. So I figured I'm gonna go into Croagunk this turn because I wanted to play it safe. If it has like a Thunder Wave, I wasn't sure if Porygon 2 carried Thunder Wave or Toxic or whatever, because I haven't played for a while, but if I was fearing that, so I went into Croagunk instead. I could have faked out, but he decided to switch, so I went into my own bronzer. I figured he was gonna want to set up, so I figured, okay, so why not have us both set up, because I still have a Starmie. I could Rapid Spin if I wanted to. So I went for the Stealth Rock, knowing he had a Murkrow too, so that would take a bit of damage if it decided to come in later on in the game. I completely forgot that it would carry a Heat Wave. So now that, first of all, I realized, I thought, here ho, I'm gonna stay in. That's what I thought. I'm gonna stay in. I'm probably gonna live any attack it has. If I have Hidden Power Ice, great. If not, then I'm gonna have to switch out. So he went for the Drill Peck this turn. I went into my Staryu, and I thought that he would have gone for the Heat Wave again. Is not the case, but I think that's still perfectly okay. I just go into my Mienfu because, once again, it's going to scare him out. I had to make a sacrifice somewhere along the way just because I lacked ice to hit it, or I would have had to sacrifice something, get something else in for free, and not, Okay, so here is where I was kind of debating for a while. I know that he used up his Oran Berry, so I'm like, does Trick work if the other opponent doesn't have an item? So, I went for it anyway, and later on people kept telling me, yeah, it would still work as long as one of the Pokemon has an item. I just wouldn't get an item in return. So luckily he went out into Porygon 2, I guess expecting Ghost, I don't know, type attack, possibly, or Dark, I don't know, but either way, he's locked into Ice Beam right now, and that's great. I realized that I'm not a Hidden Power Fighting Ghastly, I'm a Hidden Power Fire Ghastly, so I just decided to go for the Sludge Bomb just to gauge how much it would do, but he went into Murkrow, which works out perfectly fine for me because I kill it, so Ghastly takes one out. Next he goes into Shelter, and I don't want to let it set up, so I figured the best option for me would be to hit it. If it sets up, then afterwards I can definitely take it out with Croagunk if I sacrificed Ghastly. So I do take it out, so that's just a bonus there. And he goes into Scraggy. I have two things to take care of Scraggy, just because I know how much a pain in the ass it could be. I've got Croagunk to take care of Scraggy, and I've got a Mienfoo to take care of Scraggy. So I totally forgot that Scraggy was part dark, so that would be my fault altogether, but I figured I'll sacrifice Ghastly, I'll bring in Croagunk, just go for a fake out, vacuum wave, and you know, it's gonna do some damage. But he goes into his Mienfoo. Now, the fake out does not do a lot, and sometimes I get this whole confusion thing where I think Mienfoo and Scraggy are like the same exact type, which is not true at all, because Scraggy's part dark, which is why it has a weakness to fighting. So I go into my Bronzer knowing he would U-turn, so that's probably the best scenario in my head, I guess. And the bad thing about Mienfoo right now is that it has Regenerator, so it's going to be a pain in the ass to take care of. Especially since his isn't going to be locked into one move, because it doesn't appear to be that kind of set. So he has Porygon 2 out. I'm going to be able to take care of that because he's Choice Scarfed. So that scenario worked out really great for me. He goes into his Scraggy again. I can't Psychic, but I can Hidden Power Fire. Is it Fire? I think it's Fire, or it's not Fighting. Or Ice. It's Fire or Ice. And it's most likely Ice. So I'll get my hidden powers messed up in this whole game. I'm like, I hope it takes it out, but I know it's just gonna have this one hit point left. I know that's gonna happen. That's exactly what happened. But once again, I'm not worried because I have my Croagunk on me, and he always saves the day and takes out all the annoying Scraggy. So that's why I love him. So I just faked him out, and that's gonna take him out. He goes back into his Mienfoo, and grr, this thing causes me kind of some problems, just because I'm wary about switching out anything into it right now, just because I think my last few Pokemon are more offensive variants than defensive. I don't think I have any defensive Pokemon left, so I thought his attacks aren't going to do much, my attacks aren't going to do much. I'm like, let's see how much Dark Pulse does. Derp, it resists, so smart going there, Elena, right? So I'm just keep trying to get damage on it, but in the end it's not really gonna matter because he's doing more to me than I'm doing to him, so I'm gonna have to switch out at some point, because I think I wanted to conserve Croagunk just because it has priority moves. So he's gonna U-turn out once again. Regenerator is gonna give him back his health when he comes back in the next turn, so that's gonna be slightly annoying, but whatever. Bronzer comes in, so I think this turn I switch out into Mienfoo. No, I go into Shelter because I want to end this match right here. I knew he was going to attack, but I also knew I was going to live. So I went for a Shell Smash. Because that did that much damage, I know for a fact that I'm going to be able to live at least one more. And I don't think he has any priority Pokemon on his team either. So actually, no, I was actually surprised by the second amount of damage it did, because that didn't really do a lot after Shell Smash. So of course Icicle Spear isn't going to take it out, so I'm gonna only be able to take one more Earthquake before I die, and that was a crit too. I use Eviolite Shelter. I think it works out I don't know. It might, to me, this is working out fantastic. My Shelter will live those like a boss, so, granted, it's from a defensive Pokemon, but still, I'm glad, and that's gonna be what wins it for me in the end, because Icicle Spear is gonna take out that Mienfoo. Otherwise, I'm not sure if I had anything else that could have taken care of that, except for my own Mienfoo, so, I hope you guys enjoyed that match. I know I did, and if you enjoyed my stream yesterday, that's great. If you were there until the very end, I am really happy that we did that, because I find these things to be a lot of fun. And also, I am thinking about streaming tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time again. So if you guys want to come and watch me, it'll be on YouTube, it'll be in the sub boxes, or you can find it on my Facebook. And that's about it. So I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.